Once said to be the WoW killer, now A Forgotten MMO. Rift is an MMORPG that was launched in 2011 with a huge promise of being the long-awaited MMO that will dethrone World of Warcraft. So the question is, what happened? Why has this game not even been mentioned in the last years? Why haven't we heard anything about it? These are the questions I'll try to answer in today's video. Let's dive in. So we click play and we select our server. Then we're greeted by the faction select screen. On the left, we have the Guardians, which are totally different from the Alliance from Warcraft. They're chosen by God, good guys. And then the Defiants, which are totally different from the Horde from Warcraft. The rebellious bad guys, the villains. So we choose the Guardians because we're good boy. And from a big selection of 3 races per faction, and we choose a human because we're so original. And we go to choose our class. I know of course one class is locked behind a paywall. What was I expecting? It's a Game game after all. But because we're totally original, we pick a warrior. A human warrior. And we call him Asmodeus. And oh, the name is not taken. Well, that tells you a lot about the game's population. And oh, I got an idea. Let's put a player count. So we can count at the end of the video how many players we actually encountered. And spoiler alert, it's not much. And the big one, the character customization. Well, I was never one of these MMO players that sat down for hours to make their character look as good as possible, but I always liked having the option of having a unique looking character, and actually, Rift has a pretty decent customization. I like that, I'll give it that one. So we made our character. Let's jump in and oops, a big cinematic pops up that talks about how we are the chosen ones when we need to save the world, and I hate that. I always hated being the chosen one in MMOs. This narrative only works in a single player game. Well, you can't have every player being the chosen one. Well, in this case, I might be the only one playing, so I actually might be the chosen one of this game.
Defeated in battle, he turns to the machines of the Defiants. Their devices drew upon the power of the dragon, a power they could not control. This is the day the rifts came. This is the day we died. But the gods of the Vigil intervened. Their messengers went among the fallen and ascended the worthy, not for their virtue, but for their might. In you, they placed their faith, their hope, and their power. You are our salvation. You are a guardian.
And so right after the cinematic, an angel drops me and a loading screen appears, and instantly I hear a female voice telling me that WASD are the keys to move. Well, thanks game. That's one way to break a player's immersion instantly, but we'll get over it. Let's move on. So I go to the angel that dropped me, and in typical MMO fashion, she gives me a quest. She tells me that the gods have chosen me to get back to life. They have chosen me to kill Regulon, the big bad guy of the game, I assume. So I must be pretty good to be chosen by the gods. So if I go to talk to Fane Dorn to begin a crusade to free the world from evil. By the way, this narrative of being the chosen one in MMOs, I really can't stretch how much I don't like this and I dislike this. In an MMO, it's a multiplayer game, so you work with people, you're not the chosen one. You can't be the only one fighting against evil. I prefer being a soldier in an army with the other players taking down the evil, rather than being the warrior of light and being chosen to kill the big bad evil by myself and all the NPCs praising me for something I did with the other players. Maybe that's just me ranting about and nitpicking about the lore, but I really do care about this stuff and I dislike being the chosen one in MMOs. Where it's supposed to be a multiplayer game. It's supposed to be a game where you work with another players to take down the evil, not by yourself. And one thing I can say about this game, that the art style is actually pretty good. I love these cartoonish styles because they never age. And the game actually did not get dated like the many that released with it in the same era. I accept another quest to kill 4 mobs, but I have no abilities on my action bar to kill them. Do I have to kill them with auto attacks? Well, I try, and it takes ages to kill one mob, So there must be another way, so I try opening my skill book and there it is, an ability. So why not just put it on my action bar from the beginning? Well, that's dumb. So we keep on with the kill quests, and holy hell, this game is actually beautiful. I really like the graphics of this game. It actually looks better than some new MMOs. I'm looking at you, Ash's creation. And while questing, I see a mob attacking someone's door. So what do? I go there to check out what's happening myself, and I see a letter hung up on the door, written by a man who once lived in this house, talking about how he took his family and left. He left this land because of the evil invasion and... oh my god. Wow. The world building. It's such a small detail, but it adds so much to the feeling of the world being alive. And like there are actually people who used to live here before the undead invasion. I really like this. I finish the quest summon, and I go to turn it in. So I look for the NPC on the map. And oh god, the map. It looks so out of place. And when you walk it does that fade out thing. I don't like this. It does not help at all with navigation. But maybe that's me. I can't focus on one thing at a time. Navigating while seeing my character move on is hard for me. But maybe that's me nitpicking, so let's just move on. So while questing, more than one mob jump on me, and I die. And when dead, I get two options, either to soul walk or respawn. Soul walking means I get to respawn at the current location I died in. Respawning means I get teleported to the nearest spawn point. Remember that, we'll get to that later. Another quest I get on is to go pray at an altar, I guess to go pray the evil away. Anyways, I go there, and a mob jumps on me, and he drops a hammer I need for a quest. I need to use the hammer on the undead to kill them, I guess. So when I click on it, to use it, the game warns me that it's a bind and equip item. Why? Why is a quest item that I'm supposed to use bind and equip? This might actually sound stupid, but I'm not nitpicking, it's really stupid. And I get out the ruined city to a foresty looking place. And I can't say that enough, but the game looks really good. Like really good. The trees, the grass, the environment of this game looks actually beautiful. Hats off to the game's environmental designers and artists. And another point, while leveling I keep getting soul points. I don't know what soul points are, but I have only one option and it's to spend them. So I click on spend and I get an ability. So it looks like a talent system of some sort, but if it is, shouldn't I be able to spend it where I want? Or don't give me the option in the first place, and just automatically give me the ability. This is common sense. And while questing, I see one big hole in the sky, with big tentacles coming out of it, and I think, this is the big selling point of the game, the rifts. While reading online about this game, I saw that the rifts are kind of like events in Guild Wars 2. You and some other players fight mobs to close the rift and get XP. The thing is, I see the rift. I don't see any other player I can group it to do it. But you know what? This is the tutorial bit, so maybe I can solve it. And another quest I get is to pray at an altar, to teleport me on a platform in the sky, to fight an elite mob of some sort. This game involves a lot of praying, by the way. But I kill the golem, and another NPC comes in, and look at the character model. It actually looks pretty good. The models, the graphics of this game are actually the best thing I've seen from it. From a game that launched back in 2011 when I was 6 years old, I guess it looks pretty good. And I keep on questing, and I get a quest to talk to an NPC along the road. So I go there, and I follow the directions on my map. And when I get there, where the NPC is supposed to be, it seems like a rift spawned exactly when the NPC is. So the mobs might have killed him, or he might have despawned, so I try to kill the mobs to close the rift, but I can't. They're the same level as me, but they're pretty strong, and I very fast get killed by them. And when I try to respawn, oh, here it is. The respawn system I'll tell you guys to remember. It actually costs 50 credits. The game is still currency. And how'd you get this currency? Well, you guessed it. Of course by paying. Well, it's a Gamigo game after all. And if you choose the freebie solution, and to respawn at another point, it actually causes you to lose your stats. Well, of course you buy it in the shop with real money. And the predatory package deals that always give you just more or just less than you need. It's a Gamigo game after all. I check the store and there are boosts, mounts and even equipment in there. What a waste of time and effort this game was. And a quick /who command tells me I'm the only one in line in this game. So unfortunately, I'll have to end my video and my journey with Rift here. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you liked it. and see you all in another video.